16 weeks to get my first job. And the job, guess what, people? I got scammed. Many times I've missed my boss. Either my boss is leaving me or I'm missing the boss, or the boss is passing in front of me. What's up, superstars? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Elizabeth Oluwadarasimi, and I hope you guys are doing well. Like the topic says, I'm going to be discussing about my experience in Canada. It has been a year now since I relocated to Canada, and it has been, good and the other side experience. So yeah, I'm just going to be talking about it. And relocating to Canada, I was a bit scared, I'm not going to lie, because I'm like, oh, what would this new place give me? What would I see? What would the country be like? What would the province I'm going to be like? What would the people be like? What am I going to expect? And everything. And back home, you already have, your families, your friends that you can talk to and everything. And coming to a place that I came alone, by the way, so come to a place that you don't know anybody and you want to start afresh. To me, that's what this feels like, because you are trying to adjust to different kind of things over here. I was just thinking in my head, oh, Elizabeth, I hope it's not a wrong choice. I hope you're not going to regret it. And everything. But I thank God, so grateful to God, because God has been so faithful and God has been merciful. And I just want to use this opportunity to say thank you to everyone that has helped me in one way or the other, because in this Canada, you need people, you need help. You can't do it alone. If you're an introvert like me, just try to associate yourself with people in one way or the other, because in the first place, you're coming to a new country, you don't have choice but to associate yourself with people. But in life, you meet both the good and the ugly, but it's part of experience. That's just life. Is full of surprises, and you would have to adjust to it in one way or the other. Because Canada is a very big country where you don't have choice but to just adapt to it. So today I just have 3 points here to talk about, and the first one is the job market. Oh my goodness, Canada job market is, I know that is a global stuff, because I feel like, not even I think that's correct, that every country is facing job crisis in one way or the other, which is part of life, and just a part of life, or part of what is going on in life at the moment. And the job market is not smiling. The job market is not smiling. It's a lot. It can be overwhelming. It can be tiring, where you would try to, apply. When people are saying apply for jobs, it can be annoying, because I'm like, I'm applying. What are you saying? I'm applying. But you don't have your choice but just to keep applying and just face the job market as it is. And you know that there are a lot of people coming into the only one they want to hire. Everybody's competing. It's a competition. The job market is very competitive. You just need to keep applying, keep praying, keep putting your head straight to get whatever target you've given yourself. Because I know when I first came, it took me about, if I'm not mistaken, about 16 weeks. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, about 16 weeks to get my first job. And the job, guess what, people? I got scammed. I don't know if I should even call it scam, but yeah, but I think that's what I would just summarize it like. Because the first job I got, oh God, when the Bible says you started with, I think it's in Job 8 or 7 or something, you started with little, you would end with much. Oh my goodness, that was my story. Because early this year, I came last year, and I didn't get a job till early this year. And the first job offer I got was around first week in January, and I did about 8-hour shifts. And guess what? I wasn't paid. I wasn't given a job offer, neither was I paid. Till now, I've not been paid. But I know that everything works together for my good. So one mistake I don't want you people to make is that when I got that job offer, I don't know if I should even call it offer. When I got that job, I didn't sign any contracts, but after the interview, they told me, oh, they would train you and everything. I'm like, okay, sure. Since I need to train for the job, I'm like, fine, why not? Why won't I train? I'm not sure how you guys want your stuff to be done, so why not? I would get trained for it. And I think that's normal thing for a job. For all jobs, you need to get trained for it and everything. So I'm like, sure I'll get trained. And during the training, and I don't know about other provinces, if you do a training job, they will pay you for the training job because you are working for them already. Do you get me? But the mistake I made is that I didn't sign any contract, so I just did the training and everything, and they didn't pay me. I even call, send a message and everything, like, did I pass the training stage? Was my performance good and everything? They were like, oh, you did well, you did you know all the stories. But they didn't pay me up to now. Yeah, my actual first job, it took me about 16 weeks. Yeah, apart from that one and everything. So yeah, and the second point I have here is weather. Right now, I'm a little bit under the weather. I don't know if you guys can hear it from my voice because I'm kind of having cold. I'm so sorry about that. So, the weather is, oh my goodness, the weather can be terrible, but I'm very thankful that I'm in BC. BC is not as cold as other provinces. It is still cold. But the only problem about BC, it rains a lot in BC, and oh my goodness, the weather can be terrible as well. But compared to other provinces, BC too can be very cold. It's annoying. Everything about Canada is just extreme. When it's cold, it is extremely cold. When it is hot, it is extremely hot. I don't understand. Everything about it is just extreme. The weather is terrible. Oh my goodness. I can't imagine what people in other provinces will be going through, especially Saskatchewan and other provinces like that, because it doesn't snow a lot in BC. And you know, when you're coming from a country where I'm Nigerian, so when you're coming from Nigeria where it's just mostly summer and you're in, I think Nigeria is like 33 degrees and everything, but you're coming to a place that is the opposite. Oh my goodness, it's cold. And I know a lot of people would have mentioned, oh, the weather, but I don't know, I don't think you would understand the feeling until you cross over to the other side and see that and feel it yourself before you understand what people are talking about. It can be cold. Oh my goodness, the weather is nothing to write home about. And I have the cost of living. Oh god, oh my goodness, cost of living. Oh Jesus, the cost of living in Canada, it's no, it's nothing to write home about. It's nothing to write home, especially if you're not coming to like provinces that are, should I say, more expensive than other, like BC for example. BC is expensive. Oh my, especially Vancouver. Oh god, it's expensive. It's expensive. Cost of living, holy god. I'm sure everybody in BC, may God bless all of us, because it's by the grace of God that we are surviving, because the cost of living is so much, especially when you go for groceries. Groceries are not smiling. Groceries are not smiling. You know, when you get some things, and maybe 2 weeks later, or let's just say a month later, and you go there and you're seeing the price, I'm like, this is ridiculous. How come? From where to where? This is so expensive. Like, what are you people talking about to do this to us? It's very sad. The cost of living is nothing to write home about. But should I say good thing about it is like some of these stores, they do like deals, maybe weekly deals, monthly deals and everything. So which can be a little bit better and to help people in one way or the other, but it's still expensive and everything. The other point I have here now is tax. Oh my goodness, tax. I needed to do that. The tax is no. The tax is on another level. When I was making my research when I was back home about tax, I didn't quite understand when people talk about the tax thing until I came. That's when I understood what the tax is about. You know, when you're getting something of, let's just say, maybe I'm purchasing this phone for like, let's say $500 now, and you get to the cashier or where your checkout point and everything, they are giving you tax. And in BC, the tax is 12%. Can you imagine? Like, you have to pay 12% on the $500 stuff or whatever you bought. You have to pay a tax of 12%. Like, what? BC, please. I know that there are other provinces that pay less tax, like less than 12%. That there are some that are paying like higher. I think the highest is like 15 something. I'm not sure about that, but the 12% is a lot. Even if there are still people paying higher than BC, is a lot. The 12% is a lot. Like, why do we have to pay tax? The tax is ridiculous. Oh no, you can't even buy something. If you buy something, just have it at the back of your mind That's not the price of whatever you're buying. You're paying tax on it. It's very annoying. And another point I have here is transportation. I know that Canada is a big country. Oh my God, Canada is big. Canada is big. To travel within Canada rather is expensive. Very expensive. I'm talking about air now. Like for you to, travel from a province to another province in the same country, can you imagine? It's expensive. It is very expensive. I've heard a lot of people say like, oh, if you're traveling from another country into Canada, it's even kind of cheaper than traveling within the country. I'm like, why? Why is it so expensive? Why is it like that? The transportation system can, be good. It's not bad. And it's great that we in BC we have a compass card, so you can use it with bus, with train, and the likes and everything. But the most annoying thing is that once it's winter, I hate the fact that apart from winter, I hate the fact that the buses get delayed. I know that because of one reason or the other, they would get delayed. And funny enough, there is nobody to explain the reason why the bus was delayed. They would just give you would see a notification from the app that from map rather, that the bus is delayed. But it's just annoying. But nobody to explain to you this is what caused delay. But you don't need it to know because we move on. Everybody move on with their lives. And please, my advice to you people, if you are coming to Canada, please learn geography. Learn geography. Be good with your geography. It's not like you want to learn geography from beginning to the end. Just be good with geography. Just know where your north, your south, your east, your west is. Learn geography. Don't be like me that I wasn't even using Google Map like that in Nigeria, so I wasn't used to it until I came here. Oh my goodness. I know I can't count how many times I've missed my bus. Either my bus is leaving me or I'm missing the bus, or the bus is passing in front of me. In one way or the other. Oh my goodness. Learn geography, because because in Canada the bus system is quite understandable. How the direction is quite understandable. If you don't know it, you don't know it. You get confused a lot until you now get used to it. Because when I first came, if they tell me like, okay, bus 3 is going to Waterfront, it can be at my right hand side though, and there's another bus 3 going to Marine Drive, my left hand side. Elizabeth will cross to the other side of the road, to the left side. To the left side where Marine Drive is. I will miss my bus. Oh my goodness. I know that you guys will not understand, but please learn geography. It's very, very important. Learn geography. If you're coming to Canada, learn geography to get used to it. To get used to the bus system and everything. And another point I have here is student benefits. I'm a student in Canada. Not like I said, I'm a student in Canada, and students, we have a lot of benefits, which is good for us. One benefit or the other, if you go to some stores, they would, if you tell them you're a student, they can give you discounts and everything, which is kind of cool to me. But we're paying tax, but whatever. This is kind of cool to me because as a student, you can get benefits of one thing or the other, and I know that in school you can get a lot of benefits too in school. So if you're a student, there are a lot of things you can get in school for good prices and everything. So it's a good thing. Well, you're paying a lot. So another point I will talk about is people that you associate yourself with. It's very, very important, because you don't want to associate yourself with bad people. You don't want to associate yourself with people that would put you in trouble in one way or the other. And you know that Canada is a country of freedom. You're free to do most things. Nobody's checking up on you. And in Nigeria, when I was coming, I'll be back home rather. I have my family and everything. But yeah, I'm alone. I can decide to say they say we want child. But the discipline that you had back home would be very useful for you. You have to be very disciplined when you're coming to Canada. You have to be very, very disciplined, because there are a lot of things that will just, be going into your eyes, and you just have to be very careful, and you have to be very strong and everything. That's what I've learned so far. You need to be very careful of how much you talk, how much you relate to people, how much you give a lot of people information about you. And you need to associate yourself with people too. You need to do that. You need to associate yourself with people. You can't just be indoor. You can't just be on your own and everything. No. So it won't work if you are like that. And I'm saying it because these are just my experience, because I'm a kind of person that, I'm reserved. I don't like to associate myself with crowd and everything. But with time, I'm trying to loosen up, trying to associate myself, not with a lot of people, but trying to get connection in one way or the other. Because to me, I feel Canada is a country of where you just need to associate yourself with people. You just need to talk to people in one way or the other. You can just make conversations. I've started a conversation with people. I'm still in the process. I'm not saying that I'm a very good person in conversation and everything. Nah, I'm still learning on how to, talk to people, associate myself with people. But I know that with time, everything will be fine. You would get there, things will work out and everything. But so far, is it worth it? Yes, it is, because I've met amazing people and I'm very, very grateful. And you would be fine, which is normal. Yeah, you'll be fine. And I'm happy and grateful that I came here. I'm happy and grateful that I relocated here. And it can be overwhelming and everything, because the time difference between here and Nigeria is a lot. It's 9 hours. BC is just behind. So the time difference is huge, and there are some things that you need urgently. You can't be calling people back home and everything because of the time difference, and you just need to assist yourself with people over here, talk to people. And I'm just grateful to God that things are getting better day by day, and I'm thankful that God is just merciful, because we need to have a relationship with God. We need to, have a good relationship with God. I'm not saying that my relationship with God is perfect. No, it is not. But I'm liking it every day, because it's getting better. Even when sometimes you backslide, come back again. Sometimes you're like, oh, I don't have the energy and everything. But you just need to keep asking God for his mercy and everything. So that's all I can just say for now. It feels like I'm talking too much. Yeah, I love you guys so much, and thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. And yeah, bye, shalom.